was he? Shots to the face, that's personal. Kill the boyfriend. Get him out of the way so I can get her. Alone.
This button answers the call. This button makes everyone in the room silent. It'll flash red. You'll be able to hear his side of the conversation. He won't be able to hear us.
We'll be running the trace through the field officer. You're in good hands with Agent Gideon and his team.
So you think Cheryl's a whack job because she claims she can feel her sister's anxiety?
I never said whack job.
Actually, there may be a physiological basis for it.
Don't ask.
Reversed asymmetry, monozygotic egg split late between 9 to 12 days. The DNA matches right down to the very last strand of code, but there's sporadic documentation of shared physiological pain.
And you believe it?
No, I'm just saying it's possible. I don't know everything. I mean, despite the fact that you think that I do.
I never said that. When have I ever said that?
Every day since I met you.
This morning at breakfast.
Yesterday when he beat you at cards. We've got 1 minute. Anybody ever heard of sarcasm? He's late. You're calm. Just try to relax. This is a strategy. He wants you on edge. Remember to repeat any important information he gives you to make sure you understand. You try to keep him talking. To reveal something about Trish or about himself. This isn't in Davenport.
Hello, Mr. Davenport.
Are you the man who has my daughter, Patricia?
I have your daughter.
Can I ask
You
you?
may ask me nothing. This is not an interrogatory. You will listen only to my instructions.
Okay.
But I will not give them to you.
I don't understand.
I do not want to talk to you, Mr. Davenport.
Excuse me.
I want to talk to her. I want to talk to Cheryl.
What's he doing?
Okay. This is Cheryl. Hello, this is Cheryl.
I have Patricia by my side. I know her voice, therefore I know her sister's. Get off the phone. I want Cheryl. I'll give you 60 seconds. If you don't put her on the phone, I will hang up and you will never hear from me or Patricia again.
Come over here, please.
50 seconds.
Hey, this guy's arrogant. Let him know that he's in control. Let him guide the conversation.
40.
Use your sister's name.
Very much. I empathize. I empathize with you, Cheryl. I know you want to be with your sister.
Yes, I want Trish back.
God. Tell me what you want, Cheryl. I'm very interested. Tell me all about yourself. What's your favorite color?
Don't answer that. Stay with Trish.
If I tell you, will you let me talk to my sister?
Maybe. Maybe not.
I like blue.
How ordinary. Do you like chocolate, Cheryl? Do you like chocolate?
Yes,
I do as well.
please let me talk to my sister.
For the most part, they target the weakest members of society, women and children. There's nothing I'd rather do more than put the bastards away.
Just wish you could get them before they snatch someone.
Trish is alive. You've trusted your feelings this far. Hold on to that.
Everything will be done by Cheryl. Cheryl will gather the money packets. Only she will touch the money. Cheryl will make the drop. fired if you use a look-alike.
You know my guess. One of these cars has a set of keys already in the ignition. With a disposable cell phone sitting right in it.
So it's just cars and phones.
5 minutes. What if he was watching us or listening to us?
Look, we'll hold this to the box.
Come on, you heard that ransom call. It was way too simple.
All right. You're the onset. What would you have done differently?
I would have said don't involve the police or the media. $500,000, no consecutive serial numbers on the bills. No marked bills, no new bills. No tracking devices in the money bag. No explosive dyes in the money.
The matching pair.
Why are you doing this?
Because you asked me to, Cheryl. You asked me with your glances. The way you talk. Those little gestures.
What are you doing?
Do not answer this man.
You asked for this. You asked for it, Cheryl.
Cheryl, no.
What do you want?
What do I want? You. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but I promise you we will be together.
We can't let Cheryl speak with him any further.
Why not?
It's only feeding his psychosis to allow your interaction. Was Trish involved in any serious relationships prior to the kidnapping?
With the boy that was killed. They worked together for 2 years.
Trish didn't want me to tell you. They were getting engaged.
Well, it certainly could have been the unsub stressor. What does that mean? Will someone please tell me what we're dealing with, Mr. Davenport? Full of faith.
Put Cheryl on the phone.
No, you're finished talking to Cheryl.
Listen to that tone of authority. Just like your published work, Agent Gideon. Fascinating to hear the same arrogant quality in your own voice. You are a bit of a pedant, Jason. A bit didactic.
Well, that's a very interesting conclusion. You sound intelligent and you certainly sound educated. We both know that's not true.
I don't know about all of you. The ambitious Agent Hotchner. Do you want to be director of the FBI someday, Agent Hotchner? Would you step on Jason Gideon to get there? I think you would. Post-traumatic stress is a very good excuse. Even your sick, pregnant wife can't get you to leave your post. Jason Gideon, an expert in the criminal psyche, yet unable to diagnose the autistic leanings of the very insecure Dr. Reed. Well, maybe he can make money counting cards in Las Vegas. The lovely Elle was promoted too soon. She doesn't have what it takes to make it in the BAU Boys Club. You're no threat to me. You're no threat to anyone. And token Derek Morgan wants to be taken seriously, but he is just a pumped up side of me. I know who you are. I know how you think, and I know what to do next.
Focused on you right now because we are interfering in his relationship with the girls.
He said he knows all about you.
Yes, apparently. He profiled us, Mr. Davenport.
Why would he do that? To show us how smart he is.
Oftentimes, the best profilers are the unsubs themselves, and they're the ones that are able to walk into an arcade full of children and pinpoint the boy or girl that can be let out quietly.
But he made a mistake because he gave us something he didn't expect.
Which is it? He told us how to find him. You said you knew how to find him, did you?
It's okay.
Hey.
Ed was Trisha's location.
I imagine she found some creative way to persuade him.
What do you think?
You know, maybe you just don't need to have so many questions. Just enjoy the moment. Euripides said,
All right. You took a taser hit,
yeah, I know I did. So what?
so no one expects you to finish the Davenport file tonight.
Yeah, well, I guess it's still a little fresh in my mind. Nothing like 50,000 volts in your back to keep your motor running, right? No hell.
Profilers aren't required to carry.
Yeah, and yet you carry 2 of them.
When I joined the BAU, Gideon said to me, "You don't have to carry a gun to kill someone.
I don't get it.
You will. Look for it."
Reed failed his qualification.
Well, you can retest in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but he's gonna be embarrassed about it, so let's not mention it.
That's not.
Not a word.
Hey. We're all here for you.
I'm serious.
Guy doesn't have an exemplary record with snipers.
Besides, a sniper is a professional marksman. These guys aren't snipers.
What do we call him then?
LDSK.
Long distance serial killers.
How many of these guys have we caught using a profile?
None.
This is Dr. Neil Erstadt, Chief of Surgery, and our trauma specialist, Dr. Barry Landman. These are the FBI profilers, Agents Gideon, Giroux, Greenaway.
How do you do?
How are you?
You'll forgive me, I don't shake my hands, you understand? Of course. So as psychological profilers, what exactly are you looking for?
How the victims were shot. That could reveal the shooter's signature behavior.
These septic wound channels blossom from the entrance wounds. You can see the trauma is extensive.
You perform the surgeries?
I'm patient Miller. I consulted with Dr. Landman on the others. The intact slug lodged between the L4, L5 vertebrae. Any attempt to remove it would likely leave the patient paralyzed.
In your opinion,
In my opinion.
disagree. With the right surgeon, there is no risk.
Call Dutch. We're getting the boat to Garcia. Fill him in on the shift change theory.
Yeah, Morty.
Isn't this spooky?
Isn't it what's spooky?
That right now you were thinking about me and out of the blue your phone rings? And it's me. Huh? How's that for a spiritual connection?
Do I know you?
Why do you hurt me?
Garcia, please tell me you've nailed down a geographic profile on our guy.
Okay, I'll give you the good news first, which is not that good, but it's better than the bad.
We think the shooter has independent knowledge of law enforcement procedures.
Detective Cullen, how far out of your jurisdiction is crime scene number 2?
About a sixth of a mile away.
Do you know how difficult it is for local police departments to interact with each other? You may have intentionally crossed jurisdiction lines.
Y'all are saying the shooter's a cop.
You're saying it's a possibility. He's got an equipped each crime scene. He chose an elevated position with excellent empilade and perfect field of fire.
That's textbook military practice.
True.
Yeah, but maybe he was in the army.
He was probably a Marine, Ranger, or other specialized unit.
Garcia says the bullet was a .223 fired from an M4 variant of the M16.
All the services use an M4.
It's got a shorter barrel than the M16. It's less accurate, it's a lot harder to fire, especially at these distances. This level of skill indicates specialized training.
He has specialized training. He knows exactly what he's doing.
He intended to wound them.
The undercover was delivered. Everything.
Three more victims, non-fatal wounds, and it's only been 48 hours since the last shooting.
Media attention and the FBI presence will only escalate his desire to shoot again.
Meaning,
It's gonna get much worse.
And we need to give the police a profile immediately. You ready? State troopers. This is the second time he's crossed jurisdiction.
And we're ready.
This initial profile is not ready to be given to the media. Releasing this profile prematurely can get people killed.
We're looking for a 30 to 40-year-old male veteran driving a car large enough to shoot from, but not so large it was noticed. Like the Beltway shooter, it's probably a sedan, customized to conceal the shooter, his weapon, and the sound of his shot. The unsub suffers from both narcissistic and paranoid personality disorders. He works out obsessively and is never without a weapon. He's completely self-centered and cannot empathize with others. Incapable of admitting fault, he blames his shortcomings on those around him. He has no friends, and his career history has been marked by frequent job changes. He's drawn to high-stakes jobs by a need to prove his superiority to a world he perceives as undervalued. And these shootings are the ultimate expression of that need. The name, Garcia.
McCarty, Scott.
Scott McCarty.
McCarty's the young son.
Yeah. Where is he?
McCarty is playing people's son.
We need to talk to Scott McCarty.
He's the leak.
McCarty, why am I not surprised? I need SWAT and a lot ASAP. It's McCarty. We need to come heavy. Copy.
We didn't say he was a shooter. We just called him on the radio and told him only one way.
All right, thanks. Garcia nailed down the geographic profile. The crime scenes are centered on two separate locations.
The hospitals.
I believe it's a case of hero homicide.
That's not.
the best known case was hospital nurse Richard Angelo. He would inject toxins into his victims and then wait for them to crash so he can run to the rescue and save them. He killed 25 people, and it's just like we know of.
If he attacked them to save them, why did he kill 25 people?
He's very good at it.
Yeah, and hospitals don't keep records of people who almost died.
So what's the profile of one of these guys?
Arrogant, conceited, feels superior to everyone around him.
Just described every surgeon I've ever met.
I forgive me, I don't shake. Understand?
Len. Let's start with Len.
Oh, Wagner, tell him we need a discreet perimeter around this block. I'm gonna go check out Lemon's car.
Okay, courtesy of Garcia.
Couldn't be any more exciting.
Trauma team, IC at 1 is west. Trauma team, IC 1 is west.
At least, not for Landman, and not in the OR.
Policemen and ER personnel are on the exact same 24-hour shift schedule.
The unsub isn't shooting, it should change because there are fewer cops on the street. He worked the second shift to me.
patients who need me.
He's in his 30s. He's vain, rude, arrogant. He works out. He shows up to work late. He blames others for his mistakes, doesn't take responsibility for his behavior. All of his coworkers detest him. So,
Hands on your heads.
get up, Keith. Go to the zone.
Put them on yourself. Just step back. Back up. Who am I? What's my plan?
You know, you shot 11 people in broad daylight and you left